But if you put your hand in it, if you dive in it, then you will see exactly where the money is going, how you can do the work. For example, from here, somebody from here can say, oh, I have a truck. My cousin has a truck over there. I can do transport for you. And things like this. So the work really goes really down to the nitty-gritty. It's every single dollar that's accounted for, every single good. I would go even further. It's every single good that's accounted for, and every single sweat of the people there that's accounted for the work. Also, because the work is done in about a week, it really takes the village to do that work, and they learn through that. I don't know if you experience that too.
My organization is a little bit different because as doctors or nurses, we go with our knowledge, with our stethoscope, we go to teach the medical students, we go to have clinics to treat sick people. We need money, and we are in competition with very big organizations. We have the NGOs, we have Paul, we have the Taylors from Foundation. We have so many big organizations, they are coming with money. When we come just as a little group, we said, okay, we want to teach. Nobody's looking at it because there is nothing we can do. However, I just came back from Haiti 2 weeks ago, and I met with the Ministry of Health and the Prime Minister. This is the very first time in one administration they have 7 doctors. So we are talking how we can, now we have, the government is doctors, 7 doctors. So how they are going to integrate, AMHE in the Ministry of Health in Haiti. We still can have NGOs, but we still can have the Kellogg Foundation, we still can have the hospital in Yabale but we need the Haitian doctors to go there to be integrated in the healthcare in Haiti.
So would that be the people that are sitting here right now? What is the message that you can give to them as a physician?
The people who are sitting here, what we need, when we go to Haiti, we don't need only doctors and nurses. Sometimes we go to the Bate, someone is here who is Dr. Big is a member of Bate. We went to Bate once, but when I went and some people went, women didn't see patients. We can dispense medication at the pharmacies if we are in organizations and everybody wants to help. They want to help in healthcare, for example. They can go to an organization, we can have the contact, in whatever capacity. Because sometimes we need people to translate, we need people to do so many other ancillary work. And then to me, and I go with my children, and I think this is what we need. We want to be involved. Whatever you want to do, if it is health, you go with the doctors. If you want to go for habitat, for humanity, and we go with Maris. We have organization, and this is what I said in the beginning. Look at how many wonderful people here. We have so many things to offer. We even didn't know, besides Patricia and Maris, I didn't even know that all of those people existed. And just to piggyback, and I'm not going to say too long, with the Haitian physician, we had a pact. We had a pact, but
A political action committee.
yeah, political action committee, but we have to abandon the idea because only the same 5 people will be giving $2,000 a year, $3,000, and there is no way we can continue to do it, sustain that.
And
So we have to quit the pact.
Right, and you also have to be
invited to speak.
Well, that's what when we first started 5 years ago, the whole purpose was to reach out to all the other Haitian American organizations, the engineers, nurses, doctors, and so forth, and tell them we want to be your arm, the pack. So we can go and create like committees on certain issues, if it's health, if it's education, whatever it is, and then take a trip to Albany. And we did that actually. We've gone to Albany on the opening session, and we would give them a tour and so forth, link up with the state assembly and the senators and so forth, and have a tour of how it works, how they pass the bills and so forth. It's all about education. So once you educate them, because with education comes transformation. So once we give them the education that they need, now we're empowered. Okay, now we can use that knowledge to make moves. We can plead and speak up and so forth, because a lot of times when a serious issue happens in Haiti, an earthquake or whatever it may be, they bring in non-Haitians that don't speak the language, and you have plenty of people in that profession, in the medical field, that can go and translate, and they're passionate about it. So there's a lot of things that are broken in the system.
So is it important right now, I know you guys are hot now, you just getting started. Is it important though for, organizations and people sitting in an audience like this, is it time and is it important for all of you to get to know each other? And is it a possibility that organizations, because of a lack of funding or funding, underfunding, that people sometimes get a little leery or a little nervous that you're getting funding, but if we work this way, you might get my funding. So is it time for all of us to come together as an organization and understand what each organization does and then come together? So that's it. Yeah.
I think for us, I'm saying us, from my experience, there is a need for us to understand what it is to be a not-for-profit. In our community, we've been around for 20-something years. People will come to an event thinking that's what our family does. We have a party and have no clue.
Asian American family.
Asian American family of Florida have no clue of the casework that we do, of the crisis intervention that we do, of the referral that is being coming to us and so forth.
Please explain that.
So, for example, when we say we have, in the Haitian Creole, notre camp sur trois was du feu. You know what it means?
Yeah.
We study on three rocks. Okay? And we're cooking. And anything you need, you're going to cook it there because the show there for bien chita.
Yeah.
Okay? So now, the first rock is the family support services, where a family has average 30 to 50 families a year that we provide case management. If you're not familiar with that, you're going to say, oh, 35 families, that's nothing. Yeah, it is something, because you're talking about 200 and something people, all ages coming with different needs. And you would need, just for that, at least 3 or 4 staff members. Okay?
And Marlies, can you say, when you say case manager, as far as what type of managing you're doing?
Okay, case management, you need to be a social worker or a mental health professional, able to do assessment. Someone comes in because they're referred by the Winthrop, for example. The young woman comes in, she's crying, and we have an intake assessment we do. We find out she just had a baby, she's been here 20 years, whether she has a green card, she speaks English, but the baby was born a pound, and she just lost her apartment because now they're no longer 3, they're 5 people, she got with a boyfriend and so forth. So in that sitting, you identify 5 priorities. And in the first few months, you're going to work with this family 2-3 times a week to help them work to, et cetera, et cetera. The family may come in and say, I want you to help me to get Section 8. When you sit with this family, you said, you're counseling because the family is dealing with a 1-month baby, having 5 surgeries and so forth. And you're also counseling for the housing issue. You're counseling, and in 3-4 months, it's better the mother went back to work because you're not going to get any help because the boyfriend is working, whatever they have. So when we said case management, meaning this family most likely will be with us for a good 3-4 years at different level. And a lot of people stay with us just to know, oh, I finally did this and so forth. Okay? It could be somebody who has TPS and who heard this on the radio and come to us because they say they're going to send me home and crying, I can't do this and that, so you have to calm this person down and say, no, they're not going to send you home just like that. So the anxiety that this person is going through with this, so you manage the case and you need ongoing and so forth. So there are many priorities for each family. So managing those cases, it could be for the kids from school who's not doing well, it could be somebody from the hospital, it could be a seniors, etc. So family support services have all those case management, crisis intervention, and so forth. Could be very common in our community, the foster care CPS, Child Protective Services issues, because of corporal punishment. Okay, so many.
So there are a lot of different things that you handle.
That's a family support, but when we said that, even people would hear about a family and comes to the 3-4 events a year, don't realize we do that. And they say, oh, I didn't know you guys did that, because we don't have in our mindset an organization in Haiti that we knew that were taking care of us like that. So the second piece is the other watch defer is the community development, where we keep promoting for us to exist. We are here on Long Island. We need to be visible, and we are here. Okay.
So now we have to, actually, I can see the three of you already partnering. And
we partnering already over the years.
Right, but now it's time to work together. We've all partnered to do events, but now it's time to roll up our sleeve and actually do the work together. And just before we continue, we'd like to welcome Marie Hippolyte from Hannah.
Hi, and I apologize to everyone for being late. I blame it on New York City traffic. I apologize also to the panelists.
So we're just talking about right now, just to catch you up on, we're just talking about some of the, how do we help? How does this audience here, how do we help Haiti? And here, how do we come together and help? So, yeah. So, just so you know, my phone died, so please help me out with the time. We have to be done at 8:15, and that's including allowing the legislator to speak. So, just be mindful of the time.
Really kind of quickly. So we talked about funding as being one piece, but specifically for InnovEd, they are looking to build a network of teachers who are in the United States. So whether you are a current teacher, a retired teacher, you taught 5-year-olds, or you teach 25-year-olds, they are looking to develop really a coalition of American-based teachers. And you don't have to be Haitian. Like that is also a very important point that they want to make. As long as you care about and respect Haiti, they don't really mind where you come from. So the goal is to develop that group. And they have the need for people who are not just teachers in the classroom, but those who are administrators, who have worked on curriculum development. All the different pieces, especially around what modern techniques are, because one of the interesting things that InnovEd is trying to do is really to bring more modern, kind of tech-based or creative, hands-on-based training. So it's not just the rote memorization that I think a lot of us, myself included, are familiar with in the educational space. They want to bring in hands-on training that they're already doing with the teachers, so the teachers are learning how to be designers and not just to learn to teach, and they're bringing that into the classroom. So anyone who is interested, I have a sign-up sheet that I can talk with people afterwards. That's a very tangible thing. Also, basically like a skills bank. So you might be a graphics designer or a marketing expert, or maybe you've worked in international development. Those types of skill sets are extremely important. So 2 hours with a lawyer who knows how to navigate Haitian funding laws and American-based funding laws could be extremely helpful. So it's not just about funding, and it's not just about having specific experience in Haiti. So I'm putting together different pathways to participation so that everyone can do something that fits their time, their schedule. You don't have to be able to travel to Haiti, but we are working on developing their capacity, I think like many of your organizations, to receive visitors and to receive volunteers. Because until you really see what's happening on the ground, you understand it in an abstract context, but it's not the same as when you see a kid who does not have a meal for 3 days, or does not have shoes or books to go to school. So really it is about helping people to do the most that they can where they are, but then also to build bridges and opportunities for them to experience Haiti. And not just the challenges of Haiti, but the beauty of the country and all the other things that being there can provide. So I can go into more details about that.
And I know you guys can talk a whole lot. I saw your hand, but what we would like to do, just so that everyone could participate, if you can just hold your questions, we have...
No, it's not a question, it's a statement.
It's a statement.
I want to commend you for bringing us together, but to answer you, there are organizations doing exactly this in Haiti. The help. Educators already exist here, doing that work. So we need to know each other better.
Right, and that's exactly what this is about,
Yes.
bringing everybody together.
Thank you.
And so, if you have questions, any more statements, hold on, because I have 3 more questions, and then the floodgates are gonna open, I know it.
Can I piggyback, just to use the same word, to what she
Yeah.
just said?
Yeah, sure,
I'm sorry.
because we're moving
Okay.
into, we have,
That's okay.
I think we've touched on housing just a little bit, but we have immigration, housing, jobs, and clean water. If we could get through those topics, and then after that, 8 o'clock, we're gonna be done, and everyone will be able to. So moving on to just immigration right now, you can just jump right in. I'll let you go first. So the question is, how have the latest enforcement changes in immigration law affect the humanitarian work your organization does in Haiti?
Well, at the current situation, it hasn't really affected us. We still continue to travel. We still continue to offer health screenings and provide health care. We still continue to provide scholarships. So it really hasn't impacted us yet. I know that with TPS, that may be, we don't know yet, but that may be revoked
Can you
for
explain that?
Haitians.
Can you explain that?
The fact that a lot of Haitians.
Temporary protected status.
Yes, the fact that a lot of Haitians were able to receive temporary protective status. They were able to stay in the country after the earthquake. They were able to work, pay their taxes just like us, go to school, do everything that normal U.S. citizens do. Now there's a big possibility that with the Trump administration, it may be revoked for Haitians. So that means there's what? I don't know how many thousands of Haitians.
58,000.
58,000, okay, thank you. That will be sent back to Haiti. So at the current moment, it really does not impact my organization, but I believe in the future it will. Actually, tomorrow, there will be a press conference on the steps of City Hall where the mayor will be talking about this, and a lot of legislators also will be doing that. And they've asked us to join them and to participate. But I think eventually it will affect us because a lot of the people that stayed here or that came here have health issues also. So when they go back, how will they take care of their health? You know, a lot of them are coming from poor communities. You all know that. I don't need to share that. Everybody knows that. So it will impact them eventually, and it will impact us eventually into getting them the care or the connection that they need here.
Mr. Mendelis?
Yes, ma'am. With immigration, the laws
Specifically to your organization
does
and how.
not affect us because we still can travel and still provide the services. Okay. However, if the laws return the TPS, revoke or reverse, then we will have problems because we're looking at building homes, schools, then we're going to have a big charge in our hands. How we're going to do it. Because you see, like, you have 300-400 people going back to Haiti every week. Because I was there, I've seen a lot coming by bus. Okay, I don't know who they were, but those people deported going to Haiti by bus. Okay, so we have a lot of work to do. I will also ask the audience, based on what we're saying, if you're interested, you can talk to me, talk to any one of us after, and then we will let you know what we do. And if you're interested, you can become a member, and then we can, get going.
I think we have a lot of organizations, we're going to be signing up all night. Patricia, what do you think? How would that affect you based on the new immigration possibilities?
The immigration probably does not really affect us at all. Aside from really my heart goes out to my fellow Haitians. Because the work that we do is done directly with the community. The community requests the work and we work with the community. The community, does their part, we do our part, and when the work is done, so it does not affect us.
Does anybody else think that you would be impacted by any changes in the enforcement of immigration?
Okay, the changes that is impacting my organization is not immigration per se, but I don't know if it is politically correct to say that. We are working on the with a USAID grant to have Haitians coming and provide education and healthcare throughout the country. But that grant is put on hold because one of the things that we are going to do throughout the country is to provide family planning. So now we don't know what is going to be the status of Obamacare. So, and that grant is almost dead because we cannot go through if we are not going to provide that part of it. It's on hold.
So even though different Haitian organizations are working in their own silos, these immigration laws and enforcements touch Haitians here and also abroad, which is what we're trying to do here tonight. How do we bridge these things and support each other? Because it may not affect from here to Haiti, but it may affect you or it may affect you. So how do we do that together? So that's, as we continue to speak tonight, let's just be mindful as we're talking with one another. You know what? I can help that organization. I can help that one. So if no one else has any other answers to that one, I'd like to move on to what do you think is the biggest setback with getting Haiti, I know this one is going to be big, back on its feet after the earthquake? And I just want to sneak in there Matthew also. I mean, it seems like, I'm looking at television the other day, I was looking at the news the other day, and I'm like, where's this airport? There's a flood? Where's that at? Oh, come on, Haiti, come on. And again, so there's always a natural disaster that is happening. So how do you do that? So many setbacks. How do we think we can get Haiti back on its feet just for working with each other? And if anyone doesn't speak English, I just thought of that, being an activist, social work, if you don't speak English, if you want to translate, I'll be more than happy to do that. Or if anyone wants to volunteer to translate, please let us know.
You see, I was talking to a friend. There seems to be and I hate to say that because I don't like to globalize feelings, put everybody in the same boat. However, being Haitians, we know who we are and we know each other. There is a certain mentality of a begging mentality, like the hand is always out there, give me. It's like you're supposed to come and help me. And you can see that also in the television, when there is just something to say, oh my God, it's like, I'm dying, come and help. Rather than turning around and saying, all right, everybody, what can we do to get ourselves out of this mess? And this is what, together, it's not just them, it's not just us, it's everybody together. We have to find a way not to be how do you say that when somebody's an alcoholic and not to be an enabler, and help our brothers to help themselves, teach them that, enough is enough, and I try to do that in a little way with every church that I meet. Because the majority of the requests, for some reason, come from churches. And I tell them from the get-go, your church has to be self-sufficient. If your church is in the United States, it would be closed. So look around your neighborhood and try to find the talent in your village and then cultivate that talent so that the church becomes self-sufficient, and in also the village becomes self-sufficient. And how can I from here help them? Well, I'm an artist, I know galleries, so I tell them if there are artists in your community, I can place their work here. And the village can make money through that. There is artisanal in the village, work it so that it can happen. And if they do not do that, then they do not get from here to Haiti's help. So they are a little bit forced to kind of work it. You know, yes, exactly. It's like a kid, you know, well, you gotta do it. And if they tell me, no, we can't do that, I say, all right, well, that's too bad, you know, I'm going next door. I said, no, come back, we can do this, we can do this. It's a lot of work for from here to Haiti, because we get into the everyday life of the village. But that's what we Haitians are all about. That's what we do, that's what we help. This is how we fend the fire, you know.
Dr. Lowe, I think you had.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I think the problem is bigger. It's a big problem. Because Haiti is a country, it's a very poor country, with no infrastructures, no school, no electricity, no good water, no clean water. And the mistake we make sometimes is to think that we can put, the diaspora can put Haiti on its feet. I don't think we can do that. What we can do, we have to go back to Miss Figueroa. We have to have back. We have to know who, because we all know that, like a country like the US always has some kind of influence in poor country for whoever is going to be, part of the government. This is what we need. Who is going to be in charge of our country? Who is going to, with the resources we have, is going to build some infrastructure. When we start to have good infrastructure at this point, I think it's going to be easier for us to go and work. Because now we are doing a lot. It's like we're putting a band-aid on a few things, because there is no infrastructure. What we are going to do? We have to try to see, maybe, I don't know if that means the vote yet, but I think we have to start to be organized. Maybe we have to, I don't know if that Legislator Solages can help us, trying to see if we can have the double nationality, so the diaspora can have a say in the election of the country, and then from there, we can see, we can work with the government. Because we cannot do it well.
Well, I hear double,
nationality. Dual nationality.
So I think HAPAC, being a political PAC,
We would have to advocate for that, and what we need to do also as a PAC here, because we do have a lot of contacts and resources, and our Haitian elected officials are growing. And what we need to do is to bridge that gap. We need to have a delegation of Haitian Americans going to Haiti and meeting with the elected officials there and interacting and brainstorming and just basically coming up with a plan as to how we can deal with certain devastations, have emergency preparedness, different topics that we need to talk about the land, developing the land, creating the jobs, educating the kids. It's just so much that we need to do. And I don't know if anyone knows about the Millennium Earth Project, which is the United Nations that came up with the Millennium Earth Project. And what it is, it talks about sustainability, about bringing all these goals to Haiti, and they're actually looking to eradicate poverty by year 2030 throughout the world. They want to start with Haiti as the first location to do that. And they're talking about geo-design, to design the entire mapping of the country so you can know who owns every section, lot, and block, what's currently in existence there now, and what could be there. It's about promoting smart growth. So we need to know what we need to bring sustainability, sustainable developments there. So that's what we need. We need geo-design, because Haiti cannot be developed without geo-design. So we need to have that. We need to be connected as a diaspora.
Actually, can you just give them a little bit more on what geo-design, exactly?
It's the mapping. It's basically like Google Earth, let's say, for example.
Section block number, as attorneys would call it.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just saying these things, thinking that you understand. So you need to know who the owners are of each parcel, each land, and what's available, how large it is, and you need to also have zoning laws, rules, and it would be interactive actually with the people, the owners,